Hi. I love you. And I want to thank you for being here, being with me this day, this moment, whatever time you're viewing, hearing, listening, absorbing, engaging, considering these words to bring you into a new land, a land I will show you as you go, one of creation, creating it, you being the creator, the creation too. So you see, it's not like we've been taught all of our lives that some God exists afar away of a supreme power that can do things that we think unimaginable on a vast scale, a magnitude beyond our comprehension. With all this mystique and mystery around it, so that those we think know more about the magnanimous divine we let have authority over us. We have been incarcerated in untruth, deception, whether those people who have taught us have acted with scienter or not. It's a great term. You should know it. Pardon. I am a teacher, and this is a school. A school not like I thought I'd be creating. I thought I would have a campus, buildings, students coming every day. And maybe I will. Maybe that will occur. Maybe that will come forth. But maybe that will come forth through your hand, with your leadership, improving, improvising, coming forth, being born. I want to thank you again for you who have listened to these words. I know there are some of you have listened well over 100 hours. And I honor you. I thank you. Bless you. Encourage you. You see, it's not easy to hear new knowledge that deframes your world, that provides an alternative worldview of inception, conception, to be receptive to these things. Because the mind that we are born with is so after being right. The mind wants to classify, categorize, compare, and condemn. That is its nature. The nature of the beast. The nature of the beast. The ignorant beast. But we know more. We know better. We're no longer worshiping the Santa Claus story. We're no longer bowing down before any god. any idol, nor any image, visible or not. Again, I want to thank you, Yvette, Karen, Tabitha. You who have recognized there's more, and you've initiated, you've taken the initiative to communicate. You've taken the initiative to send me an email and say, my name is such and I'm listening. Thank you for your words. So many of you have left me kind comments. Communicating deep gratitude because you knew in your heart there was more. You didn't know what it was, maybe. Or maybe you did. Maybe you're listening and you know more than I do. And that's okay. I want you to do more than I do. I may not have a campus, but you can. You can begin in your home. You can begin with a little fellowship group. You can begin by lighting the world with your words, lighting the world of your words, lighting your words, lighting them with your love. And the difference I have proclaimed, declared, differentiated, defined multiple times, the difference between God and what pure love is. What unconditional love is versus conditional love. Most people have never felt love. I don't think. That has no rules, no conditions, no ultimatums, no beginning and no end. You come in to the contact. I added a contact page to my website. You see the little dart? You could say I went off script. I let. You see, there's an energy that's fooling with me. Not. There's an energy that I let come forth, be birthed in me to birth new words, new neural networks. Using them. I use my mind to channel, but maybe not like you think. I'm using my mind. Of course, I'm aware. I'm aware of this recording. Live streaming on YouTube. That there's a light right here to my forward right, a microphone. I'm aware. I'm aware of love that knows no bounds. I have come into an awareness of a love that will teach me, a love that has taught me, that I have channeled for years. Unlike anything else I've ever read about. No, it's not automatic writing. Nothing takes my hand. I offer my hand. my energy, my being, my light, my love. I don't defend my ignorance. I don't defend my way of life, my way of thinking. So again, those of you who have listened, you've heard me change many times. You've seen me change the name of my school. I call it the University of the New Covenant years ago. The operation of the New Covenant, I have described it over and over and over, talking about the basis. The basis, even a scriptural foundation. I call it a scripture because I came out of religion. I came out of Christianity. But I still reference and value a lot of those stories, references about the new covenant, about a new land, about a moon worshiper that somehow Lot saw into the heart of that moon worshiper and said, Abraham, come to a land I will show you. Come to a land I will show you. And I will make your seed, your issue, your family. I will make the genetics of you as the stars in the heaven. As the stars in the heaven, like the stars in the heaven, as the stars in the heaven. Your seed may become stars in the heaven. There may be a larger story here. But see, the people that wrote, so many people that, whether they channeled, whether they spoke the first person words of some kind of higher power or not, think about how many times it's been written, translated. Modified, nuances made. But yet, still within us is something innate that cannot be satisfied by religion. No salvation doesn't satisfy it. We can crank up the intention of our contentment level, trying to have faith. But how many are depressed, live in despair, discouragement, sometimes wanting death more than life because life is so cruel, so brutal. So many that have said they're saved, they've accepted Christ, they've done this, that, and the other, but they're just as poor. Paupers in a universe. I'd like you to understand something about what I'm doing and how I do what I'm doing. I'm learning. You see, I began channeling 21 years ago in this body of material over what might be considered 10,000 pages. It's online. You can search it. You can go to my website, theodorcottingham.com, and there's a link to it. And you can search it. And I highly advise, recommend, encourage you to do so. And don't stop with just looking at one or two terms and one or two lessons. Become a searcher. Seek me and you will find me. Find me, in your mirror. Who is the real me? The one I am calling love, who existed before time began, before this Big Bang, before our solar system existed. Love. And I'm defining it as unconditional love. Unconditional love was and is still. Unconditional love is a race of sentient light beings, not always sapient, or not always appearing in flesh, but a race of light beings. A race, light, energy. An energy, an existence, non-molecular, non-temperamental, not always comparing, seeing who has the most this, the best this. No more living in a state of want more money, want more beauty, want more friends. I share with you these things because I don't want there to be misconception. I don't want there to be misconstruction of my words, the intent of my heart. I may be here like this long, I may not. But you, my friends, have my words. I know some of you have listened 100 hours, but I have no documentary evidence of that, except what I feel in my heart. And when you're listening, I suggest that you who have listened much at all, I hope you begin to get a feel for listening differently than you would a normal radio broadcast, TV show, podcast. Because you begin to feel something differently. You begin to sense something. You begin to engage or interact with a substance I'll call motive. Energy. An energy of empowerment. An energy of release. An energy of freedom. An energy that says there's more to the story. For you, my friend, are the creator. And if you choose to know who you are, it's very costly. This is the costliest school of all because you lay down your life of unease, your life of anxiety, your life of not enough, never being enough, your life of always striving to comply, striving to please somebody, somewhere, someone, some God, some agency, some employer. Striving. Driven. We are so driven to succeed, to be accepted by someone else. But when you're ready to lay down the Santa Claus story, when you're willing to get a wrench out of your garage and take the training wheels off of your bicycle, when you're willing to lay down your Bible and begin channeling words from another world, another source, where you begin to evaluate, examine, consider information that does not comply in meeting your wants, the rules of your heart. You become willing, if you want to wake up, what I'm calling wake up, where you're no more a slave to the flesh, or limited to mankind's ways, the basic principles of this world, religion, and who defines you in it. As you listen to these words, as you listen to your heart, I suggest you become willing to change your source. And you begin to let go of your hold on your Bible. You begin to soften your hands no more clutch a gospel. Your life no more clutches and holds on to the idea of hope that there's a soon coming king to come on a white horse and rescue you and take you off to eternal bliss. You begin to let go of some of the stories that you've taken such solace in, that you've read over and over and over. I know, I've done it too. You begin, and it's a scary thing, or can be. But if you ask love for a fish, will love give you a stone? Your God, who keeps a record of every sin, every infraction, every evil thought that created the idea of hell, and is just waiting for your time of judgment to put you in hell if you don't meet his criteria. I don't call that love. But if you call it love, then I'll call what I'm talking about unconditional love. And unconditional love can be your source. And you can channel the words of unconditional love. Unconditional love will begin to communicate with you through your mind, your heart, your senses. But so will conditional love. And I tell you, they compete not. But if you grow up, if you're willing to take those training wheels off, if you're willing to change your source, if you are willing to begin to differentiate truth from truth, truth from truth that is so close to truth that you've not known the difference, be it a big gap or a tiny one, infinitesimal. but some untruth. I'll make the analogy. Some truth, if you will, is like a beach of truth with one grain of sand that has some kind of noun, verb, idea, conveyance that takes from you the full measure of your beauty. You see, the hardest untruth to discover is what looks like truth, seems like truth, sounds like truth, feels good, smells like truth, tempts you as truth. And because you can make your own decision, you can judge good from evil, right? That's what you chose to do. You chose. We all chose here. We're a race who chose. And we still want to choose. Oh, I know what's good. I know what's evil. I know what's heavenly. I know what's godly. Oh, my religion. Oh, I mean, the way I worship God, it's not religion. It's truth. So all those religious people will go to hell or do whatever, right? We exonerate our own ways in our own eyes. We justify. But if you want to wake up, if you want to grow up, if you want to take the training wheels off, you lay down your Santa Claus story, you lay down your God story, you lay down your hold on the Bible and the hold that the Bible has on you. And people. This world operates magnetically. It's all about magnetism, electromagnetism, and energy. It's all about energy. There's probably a better, much better word. There's a much better set of words, syntax, nomenclature to describe these things. But I use at this moment the best I know. So I speak of energy. I speak of source. I speak of beings of light. You see how tempting it is, how innate it is within us to determine what's good and what's evil, what's godly and what's not. Calling good evil and evil good. It's almost more commonplace than the sunshine. We haven't known, but love exists. There's a love that is unconditional love. And if you listen to me, you know now the difference. At least you begin to consider, engage, evaluate, examine, and decide for yourself whether there's any value in these words and what I am differentiating, love from unlove. Knowing that now the summary statement, God is love, is a lie. Looking at the first 3 commandments. And if this is all new to you, you can go back for months. I've addressed these things. But if you want to grow up, if you're willing to wake up to what? A new reality. Wake up to what? Your potential? Wake up to who you really are. Will you see the allegory of the children of Israel in the Bible, who gradually become overtaken and gradually become enslaved in slavery by a people and a system who wants everybody to work 40, 60, 90 hours a week. Religion, all religions seem like want to give you their story, their set of stories. So there's a beginning defined, there's an ending defined, and there's a middle that has existed in the past. The future is projected, and we're somewhere in it, mostly as a bystander, spectator, servant. But you, my friend, if you're in the school of the heart of love, unconditional love, you begin to see a different picture. You begin to change your source for your words so that your words are not just coming from all the people and the sources that have programmed you. Your thinking begins to be not limited to the dictates, mandates, commandments, nor promises of the Bible. You begin to listen to another world, another love. Unconditional love does not compete. It doesn't need to. Unconditional love does not war. It doesn't need to. Unconditional love is maybe the picture in the Matrix when you wake up. When you really become a new creation, you don't need to dodge the bullets. There's no warfare in perfect love. Perfect love casts out all fear. There's no fear. There's no jealousy. There's no anxiety. There's no despair. There is no lack. Because in perfect love is creation. In perfect love, the Creator creates. In perfect love, the Creator creates the creation, who creates the Creator again. The cycle of pure love. I speak to learn. I would not be where I am, know the things I know, if I had not been willing to speak things I didn't know. How could I decide if they're right or wrong if I didn't know them? So many things I've spoken, just like this, brand new to me, way outside my comfort zone. And when I began to channel, and you can read these words, you can read discussions, you can read conversations at times, where at that time, I didn't have the understanding of love versus almost love. I just so often refer to God. And see, love will take you where you are because love looks at the heart, just like love began to communicate with a moon worshiper, no matter how accurate it was. Love saw love in that man. Love saw love in the heart. So love doesn't try to teach you advanced calculus in the third grade. Of course. Love doesn't take someone in the 5th grade and begin teaching them quantum physics, subatomic particles, differential equations. You see what I'm getting at. Love, pure love, will come and begin to communicate. And I suggest to you, it is crucial, essential. It is of paramount importance that you begin to loose your grasp, your chokehold on your voice. You begin to loose it to the point where you begin to write these words and speak them. Because true love, unconditional love, is a flow. You can't nail it to a wall. You can write it. You can nail those pages. But the energy of that truth is indivisible, eternal. That truth is not subject to time, space, or gravity. And you are beginning to birth that truth when you let it flow through you as the living word. The living word. The living word, which literally fuels your new light body with nutrients, as it were. Because if you will come as a little child without demands that everything you channel agree with what you have believed, what you've been taught, what you think love is, what you think God is, what you think the Bible demands. You see, you have to you have to open up your hands. You have to loosen your grip on you. You have to loosen your grip on reality. Reality. Give up your view of reality. This may not be the real world, folks. The real world. If this is a 3D world, or 4D, if you had time, what's the 5th dimension look like? What's a world with 10 dimensions look like? I don't know exactly, but I ask you a question with an idea. You see, a 3D world is a magnetic world. The law of electromagnetism, force equal mass, time acceleration, etc. All these things of classical physics, and now quantum physics comes about. And all this talk about dimensions. I suggest to you that almost all love that we have ever known about, read about, felt, experienced with another person, for the most part, is magnetic love. It's magnetic love that exists within a framework of dimensions. Hear me well. I suggest to you, unconditional love does not operate by that. I suggest to you, unconditional love is not dimensional. It is not limited by dimensions, 3D or 10. And when I talk about interdimensional, you see, I'm using that word to say the dimensions that we are in cannot limit or prohibit what we are beginning to know and understand. And by beginning to know and understand, beginning to become. And this is the process of creation. And when you're ready to really wake up to pure, true love, laying down magnetic love. Magnetic love is soulish love, dependent upon the soul. It churns your chakras. Your anxiety level? Where's my Prozac? Give me a drink. There's more to the story. Pure love, true love, is an energy. I call it an energy because I don't know what else to call it that's any more descriptive that we can both use at the moment. A substance. It may be made up of meons, as in the study of the real me. And that's what meology is about. Meonics, meology. The real me. The one in your mirror. The real you. That you begin to see looking like a molecular, physical flesh person. But because you birth the new birth, you birth a new you birth the cosmic egg. You birth something. You birth your consciousness of creation into a new creation that no longer limits you to the energies of your chakras. Soulish love, physical love, erotic love. Willing to change your source for your words? Your words. The energy of your words. The energy of the pictures of those words. Freedom. Freedom land. Welcome to Creationland. You see, perfect love won't let you keep those training wheels on your bicycle forever. It's not going to happen. Perfect, unconditional love will no longer let you hold sacred your story of Santa Claus. It's not going to happen. If you become who you really are, you grow up. You begin to accept the Abrahamic call, the call to Abraham, to come out of the land that you have lived in all of your life, to go to a new land, the promised land, where you birth a new life. You birth a new life to get there. You're in the cosmic egg because you choose to create the cosmic egg. The cosmic egg is within you. You're the energy. The energy fuels the energy of light, love. Not to conquer another, but to be who you really are. And when you become who you really are, you can do John 14:12 just as naturally as I drink my coffee. John 14:12, if you believe in me, you will do all the things that I do, and greater. But my friend, that verse, if you believe in me, you will do. If you become me. If you become me, become the Jesus man, become the Christ, become the Messiah, become non-religious. Lay down the religion story. Lay down all that abolishes your creation of you to recreate you in perfect love, because you've been the creator all the time. You really have never been limited to the earth story. You've never been limited to your flesh. You could be doing what I'm doing. I might be listening and you might be talking and I'd be watching the recording. Maybe somehow I got the broadcast before you. I don't know. But here I am. And you won't always have me like this. I'm not developing a ministry of followers. I'm seeking leaders, initiators who will lead, initiators who will not be afraid of the lions and all the people who want to deem you crazy if they find out you're beginning to channel. New age. They may call you a backslider, label you a heretic, a blasphemer. But those words cannot stick to you if you are becoming non-magnetic. If you are not magnetic, you're not stuck in a molecular suit. And you can see beyond the five-sense mind. And you begin to realize the five-sense mind limits you. Two eyes are great to see with. But what if you can see into multiple dimensions? What if you really can see through them all at one time and be interdimensional, actually dimensionless? Please don't think it's scary to be a creator. If you love. See, if your intent is to control, if your intent is to tap into this power, go away. Don't waste my time. There are a lot of people with a whole lot of teachings that claim they can teach you how to tap into your power, align your chakras, see your future, develop, learn from a whole bunch of spirit guides. That's not me. And that's as far away. You see what I'm saying? I'm love-based, and I look for lovers. I'm looking for lovers who will love unconditionally. Those people in Sudan, Ethiopia, Rwanda, be they in Europe, Austria, Pakistan, Afghanistan, Rome, Israel, or your hometown. I'm looking for people. Pardon me. I'm looking for people who will love to open their heart, their palace of light, and begin to see their king is them, who sit on a throne of decision-making. You're the judge of you. No one else will judge you that matters, no matter what you think, what you've been taught, what you conjure up in your mind or try to envision. There's no final judgment. There's no final judgment. There's no white throne judgment. There's no 1,000-year reign. That's bull. The revelation of Christ, the revelation of light, the revelation of unconditional love. You have to begin to apply yourself to learn to divide truth from almost truth. Almost truth will drive you into the ground. Almost truth says, I have a heaven prepared for you. Now go to church. Honor your leaders. Be under authority. Take the blue pill. Stay on the island. Almost love is constant temptation for something better that's just out of reach. Just like carrot and stick. That carrot is tangled in front of the donkey. The donkey keeps moving toward the carrot that's right in front of it. But it never gets any closer. When you want to wake up, you're no longer sidelined. You're no longer sat down and told to be silent, because no one can silence you. You cannot silence love. And when you begin to love love and rub elbows with love and hold hands with love, when you begin to sit with love and love begins to share with you its heart, your heart will melt and no longer be magnetic. You grow the non-magnetic, perfectly loved, perfectly formed, perfectly dimensionless heart day by day when you channel. And if you channel pure unconditional love, I say to you, we'll share with you the secret. And it's not the law of attraction. It's not magnetic. The law, forget law. Love will come. Love will come. Unconditional love will romance you. Kiss your lips in ways that you've never imagined. Kiss your lips through words that embody, connect with you with this body of light that existed before time began, before the Big Bang, that is not magnetic and is not limited, nor is it fearful of gun, tanks, and bombs, atomic or nuclear power. Not afraid of it. You can laugh at their nuclear bombs. Remember? The folks who walked through the fiery furnace. The flames did not hurt them. They didn't melt. Their clothes didn't melt. Daniel in the lion's den. So what stories are fashioning us, and what stories are we willing to fashion? By your words you live and have your being. Torment you not again. You have the power of life and death in your tongue. And my friend, true love will empower. True love does not give you a list of demands. True love empowers. True love brings freedom. Freedom. Freedom to think, freedom to evaluate, freedom to be who you really are, freedom to eat of the tree of life instead of just the knowledge of good and evil. Eat of the tree of life, my friend. Eat of the tree of life by growing it. You grow it. This, my friend, the cycle of creation. Welcome to Creationland. Welcome this day to Creationland. Yay! Welcome to love that's unconditional. Where you begin to learn. You are the creation. You were the creator. Welcome to Creationland, where you learn to create you again as a new creation, a newborn. This is the school of cosmic love. Make love, create love, integrate love, identify love, become love in your shoes. And walk as a molecular man or woman. Becoming who you really are. And as you progress, One day, you won't be limited to earth anymore. The cosmic egg will open, and you will become a new creation, a new creature. And your promised land between your ears will have birthed a new land, a new planet that you can then go to and operate in and with, so that you will never beg for a bed again. You'll never be seeking the lowest interest rate again. You'll never be begging for somebody to review your resume. And this is my message. And I love you. Thank you for listening. Creating the Creator, who is you. And you see now, in creating the Creator, who is you, because you created you here. The cycle of creation, the way the cosmos operates, the way the cosmos creates itself. The sentience limited to sapience no more. I ask you, develop your love. Forgive people. Forgive them all. Those who raped you, abused you, used you, hurt you, defrauded you. Damn, it can be hard to forgive. But see, this is not the real world that you're limited to anymore. And all the dams that so many people want to damn you with cannot stick to you if you're not magnetic. So when they call you fool, foolish, blasphemer, heretic, you bear no feeling of it. You recognize what they said. You recognize it. But it doesn't hurt. Because you're not limited to the soul, the solar system, the chakras of the soul. You're no longer trying to redeem a soul in religion. You become who you really are. And who you really are, you walk in power as. Ready to fly? Ready to learn, ready to initiate, ready to love. Love people you've never loved. Know a map of the heavens. Not limited by time and space. Will you be in the quantum world? Or are you in it? Or are you a product of it? Or were you a product of your thinking that brought you here at this time, this way, to experience your own creation because you wanted to live in control, determining what was good and evil? Now, becoming the student, become the master. You've been a creation. Now become your creator again. See love, live love, breathe love, speak love, and see that all the turmoil all the war, all the politics. Temporary? If you know me, you will love me. Not. If you love me, you will be me. Be me who does the works. Be me who stops the war. Be me who abolishes patriarchy. Be me who stops the sex trafficking. Be me who love is with your face, your flesh, your hands, your feet. Be the one I am. The one. The chosen one who chose you to be the one. Please choose you. I lay before you life and death. You don't have to die. The power of death is in your tongue, your energy, your purview, your privilege. This is your privilege. Do not live in squalor, in the temptation to remain here, to want the breath of some God through you. Create your own with living love, forgiving you of everything you've done in the past and everything you haven't done. Forgive you first. That's the judgment. Judge you. Judge you worthy. Judge you competent. Judge you enough. Judge you. Love. Wear the mantle of love now, please. And don't let anybody take it from you, no matter what it costs you. Walk in peace, love, joy. This is your privilege. I go now. I'm done for this sermon, this message, this lesson. And I ask you to create your sermon, your lessons, your messages, to write articles about who you are becoming. The firstborn of you. The firstborn. You're becoming the firstborn because there's only one. And all ones are interconnected. All enter one. All ones need not syllables to communicate. So there's no difference of dialect and language. Heart to heart. See, it wasn't the syllables that Abraham spoke in worship to his moon god that mattered. It was not the syllables of his language. It was his motive, his heart, his energy, his love. Abraham was a man of love. Had to be. Because love spoke and love led. And he answered. Then he went into scary land. He went into the land. He began to go to the land that he could only find as he went. So when you begin to open the kingdom of heaven within you to your promised land, the only promised land you will ever get to, if you get to it, is inside of you. And you will open it up, releasing your hold on all of these stories, books, wisdom literature, and experiences of the past, and come as a little child and say, here I am. And love will speak, love will teach, love will guide you. Then even share with you when to take your training wheels off and where the wrench is to help take them off. And what's next? Day by day, step by step, as you open your mouth to flow the living word, channeling, knowing there's no fear in perfect love. Anything that motivates you by fear, realize magnetic, temporal, and can no longer fashion and form you to keep you in control of where you've been. I love you all. TheodoreCottingham.com. I have a contact page on my website now. Please love. Live. Change your source for your words to no longer be magnetically sourced and magnetically driven. Become the real you. You're beautiful. And my love, you are enough. You're worthy. Never kneel before any king, any idol, or any god again. But let us love equally and all become one. Let us all become the chosen one. Let us all choose each other to be who we really are. Thank you. Theodore Eureka at Gmail. TheodoreCottingham.com. I love you. Subscribe, live, lift, create a course. Investigate how to create a course. Create a course. This is school. Write an outline of what I've shared. Take 10 minutes of any part of any broadcast, at least 10 minutes, and write out in your own words what you think is being communicated to you in a surrendered fashion, letting love flow. Become your source for your words, for you are the power. You are the light of the world. Thank you. Theodore Cottingham, in love with you. All of you. Love each other. Good day.